This version is cool as well. Where it goes. Oh, no, it goes. That one's cool. So it goes like. Hey everybody, I'm just playing guitar. Sorry, ignore me or don't. It's up to you. Just waiting for everyone to arrive and hang. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you again. It's Friday. That's always alright. Although these days, I suppose they all sort of blur into one a little bit. But we can handle it. We can do it. I believe. I'm sure you believe. I believe. Somebody over there saying good morning. Good morning. What's my amp setup? Hey James, what's your amp setup? My amp setup right now, kind of too far away, and I've got a really fancy stand for my phone, so I'm not going to compromise that. But I'm not going to excite you by showing you my amp setup. It's a very small amp called a Yamaha THR10C. It's a small black solid state amp. Believe it or not, it gives you these fat tones. This Strat, let me tell you something about this Strat. I will get into this week's live lesson. Of course I shall, I will, I promise. But first I want to tell you about this Strat. This is a Fender Custom Shop Strat. It's a collaboration between the great people at Fender, obviously. Fender on the headstock. And the great people at a store in Chicago, USA, called Chicago Music Exchange. If you don't know Chicago Music Exchange, it's absolutely one of the best guitar stores in the world. Big shout out to Chicago Music Exchange. Love you guys. Yeah, big fans of those guys, and they've always been wonderful when I've gone in there with my band and we've ogled at all of their guitars and now and again bought one. This is one of the guitars I bought from them. So yeah, it's a kind of collab Fender Custom Shop Strat with a kind of off-white sort of chip tap body, which is always fun to play, and then the sort of mint green, almost sort of different kind of off-white scratch plate pick guard, whatever you want to call it. It's the pickups that are the big collab, and I can't really tell you much about the pickups other than what I loved when they told it to me. They said, we made Strat pickups sound like everybody wants Strat pickups to sound, although they have to work with all their amps and effects to get them to sound like that when it's normal Strat pickups. These are not that. These are Chicago Music Exchange and Fender's Strat pickups. I've had this guitar for like a year, just over a year. I don't get to play it enough, so I got it out ages ago and sort of put it at home so that times like these I can play it. See, Niall knows, Chicago Music Exchange, that's it. He knows what I'm talking about. I love this lick. So yeah, that's a little story about the Strat. And I say I mean Art, my guitar tech, took all of the lacquer and stuff off the back of the neck because I kind of like the feel of the wood and not the shiny stuff. You can see the shiny stuff on the back of the headstock, and that's fine, but I like this stuff that's less shiny. And I have the same, it's the same on my telly, which I played the other day when I was playing Bad. All right, it's time to play a song. It's time to rock. I've never played this song. I haven't really ever played it acoustic, like solo acoustic, and I've certainly never played it as solo electric. I'm gonna give it a go. Nonetheless, it's probably gonna be kind of weird. This is one from Chaos and the Calm. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Bear with me. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. No, you don't have to wear your best fake smile. Don't ever stand there and burn inside. If you don't like it. She's working late and making eyes at the door. She said, roll everybody up on her floor. She wants the sun in her eyes, but all she gets is ignored. She used to put it out and get it all back, but now she's slipping, trying to carry the axe. She's sweating under the lights, now she's beginning to cry. And you don't have to wear your best fake smile. Don't have to stand there and burn inside. If you don't like it. Now you don't have to care, so don't pretend. Nobody needs this fake friend. So don't hide it, no. No hesitation, now she gets up and walks. She thinks of all the pain and private its course. She empties all the tip jars and won't get back what she lost. Outside the window with 2 fingers to shoot, she lifts her head up just to blow out the smoke. She doesn't have to look back to know where she's gotta go. And you don't have to wear your best fake smile. Don't have to stand there and burn inside. If you don't like it. And you don't have to care, so don't pretend. Nobody needs best fake friend. Don't hide it. If you don't need it, you don't need it anymore. If you don't need it, get up and leave it on the floor. No more believing like it's a choice you can't ignore. If you don't need it, you don't need to know. Oh, you don't have to wear your best fake smile. Don't have to stay there, burn inside. If you don't like it. And you don't have to care, so don't pretend. Nobody needs the best fake friend. Yeah. If you don't like it. If you don't like it. There you go. See how that historic rock and roll move of throwing the pick straight at the audience didn't really work, did it? All right, so that was Best Fake Smile. Let me tell you how it goes, how I play it. Let me tune this guitar up first. what I'm doing for everybody with a tuner in their hands is the guitar was tuned standard E, A, D, G, B, E, but for me, I tune it down a semitone, a half step, however you want to describe it, so that it's E flat, A flat, like, yeah, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. And I play it like that, but what it looks like when you're looking at the guitar is it looks like G. See how it looks like G? But I sing better in, I guess, G flat, or you call it G flat or F sharp, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to try and show you this whole guitar neck and my hands and everything that's going on. So it starts with a chorus. Oh, you don't have to wear your best fake smile. I've got to stop. Somebody just asked me, do you have perfect pitch? For any of the really musical people out here, they will all know very well that unfortunately I'm a very long way from having perfect pitch, but I appreciate it, and I'm very flattered by the question. No, you don't have to wear your best fake smile. Stay there and burn inside. If you don't like it. So, if you were watching my hand there, you would have seen we're tuned down half a step. We're in like G flat technically, but it was just 3 chords. There was a lot of G, don't have to wear your best fake smile, don't have to stand there and burn inside. Then it's E minor, and as you'll notice from some of the other songs I've shown you, I like to keep my little finger, my pinky finger, on the 3rd fret on the high E. Oh, that's an E minor there. Oh, and then a D. Oh. That's just my thumb being large and in the way. It wasn't fretting anything, so. Burn inside. Oh, 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 if you don't like it. So there you go. That's the chorus. Super simple, 3 chords, really easy. Somebody just said, where's the SG? SG's not here. SG's in storage. Sad, but it's true. So we're on the Strat today. Oh, if you don't like it. Remember those 3 chords. It's a load of G for the front part of the chorus, and then it's just, well, for the whole chorus, and then on the O, E minor and D. Oh, if you don't like it. And now we're going into riff territory. So this is how the riff to Best Fake Smile goes. It looks like I'm doing like a bar chord G, but I wrap my thumb around, and there's different ways to do this. I'll try and show you a different way, but I wrap my thumb around to just touch and fret the 3rd fret on the low E string. And then I fret on the 5th fret on the A, 5th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, and then the B string and the high E string are open. So it makes this kind of G6 sort of chord, I guess is what the jazz folks would call it. So you got, oh wait, yeah, I'm showing you the right thing. So you hit that 3 times, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna slide on the G string to the 7th fret and the 5th fret on the B. And you'll notice that the 5th fret on the B is the same note as the open E string. So, I'm just playing between the G string and then the B and E together. The B and E are played together, so, but I'll call it the G and the B string. G, B, G, B, G, B, G, B, G, B. G, B, Great Britain. Huh. That's where we are, that's where I am. And then I'm going to slide all the way up to the 12th and 14th fret, so check that out. So we were going... And that's a unison bend. So you fret the 12th fret on the B and the 14th fret on the G, and you bend the G string to that note, which is the same as what you're fretting on the B string. And then any of those, if it's slightly pitchy and out of tune, just adds to the rock and roll glory, you know. So like. And what you'll have found if you've seen me play this song live is that for many years now, Andy, who's been playing guitar to my left on the stage the whole time, he handles this bit. Because to play that, I can't help but make the face when I do it. To do that and sing and jump back to it is just too much. It made more sense if I just play more with the rhythm stuff, the rhythm part of the riff. She's working late and making eyes at the door. She's sick of everybody up on her floor. floor, and then it's an E minor. She wants the sun in her eyes, then a D, but all she gets is ignored. And again, she used to put it out and get it all back, but now she's slipping, trying to carry the act. She's sweating under the lights, now she's beginning to crack. Notice I end the verse on a full G chord with the B string fretted on the 3rd fret. I'm just going to try and catch some of these questions. Somebody said, are you a self-taught guitarist? Kind of. I started my journey as a guitar player with a great guitar teacher in my little hometown of Hitchin, and I did that for about, I don't know, maybe a year, something like that. And I don't know, I just got busier with, he was great, he was a great guitar teacher, but I got busier with going home and putting records on and listening, and picking things up by ear and just trying to work it out like that. So I guess I ended up teaching myself more stuff later on. Anyway, back to the verse. Yeah, the back part of the verse. So, she's really making eyes at the door, shaking everybody up on the floor. She wants the sun in her eyes, but all she gets is ignored. Yeah, it's E minor, G. This song is basically G, E minor, and D for the very vast majority of the song. So we finish the verse. Oh, I do all those kind of things, vocal stuff. And then it goes, oh, you don't have to wear your best fake smile. We're back to what we had at the intro. The intro is a chorus, it's all the same thing. Have to stay there and burn inside. Oh, 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 if you don't like it. And you don't have to care, so don't pretend. Nobody, best fake friend. So don't hide it. And then we're back to the verse. Let me take you through that one more time. But let me try and just explain about a slightly simpler version of the verse. So I've been going like this with my thumb. The simplest other way to do it is instead of barring like that, there's two different things. You could go, instead of doing a normal bar thing like this, you could just sort of lift this finger off those strings. So the only fretting that's going on is this finger, these ones here, and nothing else is sort of barring the top two strings. Or if you really want, if you really want to do this, you can fret the low E string on the 3rd fret, like that, mute the A string with that bit of your finger, which is pretty natural, and just go like that. And you can literally, the rest of the strings are open. She's working late and making eyes at the door. And if you want to find a second guitar player friend, if you happen to have one in the house, don't worry if you don't, but if you happen to have one in the house who can play the riff for you while you do all the singing and playing the rhythm, then great. If you don't have that person and you can't get into this potentially complicated riff, that's okay, don't worry about it, just do this. She's working late and making eyes at the door. She's sick of everybody up on the floor. E minor. I kind of can't make E minor any simpler for anybody, so E minor is as simple as every E minor we've played in these lessons. Wants the sun in her eyes, all she gets is ignored. So you have intro chorus, verse 1 with all the riff stuff. After chorus 1, we have a little break, which is the same riff I've already showed you. And then we're back into verse 2, same as verse 1. Same thing. Chorus 2 is the same. Choruses are all the same. Now you don't have to wear this fake smile to stay there and burn inside. Oh, 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 if you don't like it, and you don't have to care, don't pretend nobody needs this fake friend. Oh, oh, if you don't like it. Now let's go to the bridge. As James Brown said, let's take it to the bridge. If you don't need it. Pinky finger staying 3rd fret, because I like that note. You don't have to have it there, but I choose to. It's a C chord. Check it out. If you don't need it. I got the lyric wrong. If you don't bleed it, you don't, E minor, need it anymore. And D. If you don't need need it. Watch, because it's going to be the same thing every time. Get up and leave it on the floor. If you don't leave it. Look at the lyrics on. Like it's a choice you can't do. If you don't need it. You don't need it all. And you don't have to wear. So as you can see, the bridge is very simple. Bridge, middle eight, whatever you want to call it. If you don't need it, you can't see like that. What am I doing? C. You don't need it. Get up and leave it on the floor. No more leaving. Like it's a voice you can't hear. If you don't need it, you don't need it all. So that was basically C, E minor, D. C, E minor, D. C, E minor, D. C, and you just hold on that C. Don't need it all. Oh, you don't have to wear. And then the last chorus is the same as the other choruses. And you just see it all the way home. And you just, this is where, I suppose, this is where, when I think about it, in terms of how I used to teach, when I taught when I was 18, I think I tried to, because this is how I learned. This is what I was saying earlier when I answered that question. I learned so much through listening and finding the right notes, the right sounds on the fretboard, on the guitar. And I just think it's such an invaluable way of learning. It's sort of the best way to go about it, the best way to do things, because your sort of intuition for different chords, where they land in a song, the fact that you can sort of listen to Best Way Smile and go, eventually with your ear you can learn that, oh, that's the root note, and that's a G, so the song's in the key of G, and G is probably, if I listen to it, no, you don't have to wear. You can hear that G chord is going to be the first chord, and you start to learn about that's an E minor. It's a hard thing to describe, I suppose, and I suppose, yeah, it was always hard to describe, but it takes the doing and doing of it, and sitting at home and listening and playing and always having the instrument in your hands. And it's in those little sort of in-between moments that you realise, oh, that chord goes there, and everything starts to drop into place. I started out, when I started this live stream, I was just messing around with a great song by Jimi Hendrix called Little Wing. And it's a great, there's loads of brilliant, obviously it's Jimi Hendrix, the lead guitar is phenomenal, but it's such a beautiful chord sequence. Well, she walking, starts on E minor, through the clouds. And this is one that I learned by ear. The circus mind running wild. So that was E minor, G, A minor, E. And then B minor, butterflies, moonbeams. I don't really know the words, sorry. So a beautiful sort of semitone descend, chromatic descend. And fairy tales, G, and then F. All she ever wanted, what am I doing? So I'm terrible with the lyrics, sorry. But that was a great one. It really walks around all these different chords in different sort of versions of G, sort of G major, E minor. And then this guy. I digress. Anyway, that was the live lesson number 12. I think it's number 12, if my memory serves me. For Best Fake Smile. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. I hope you're having fun doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun, like I keep saying, just getting to come on here and see you guys and say hi and talk to you and tell you about how I play these songs and the different ways that I do it. And I hope some of them I know are a little bit more complex, and I guess that's me, when I'm writing them, that's me pushing myself to to do something a little bit more sort of fancy on stage and just push myself, because that's kind of part of the journey. But yeah, I hope it makes sense, and I hope you're enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it, actually. Who'd have thought? Until the next time, be safe and kind to each other, please. This has been wonderful once again, and I hope wherever you are, there's some beautiful weather for you to hopefully go out and get your moments escape and exercise in. Here in London, it's slamming with rain today, and then it's beautiful sunshine, and then 5 minutes later it slams with rain again. Anyway, I won't bore you with a weather report. Sending loads of love, as always, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll see you on Wednesday for another song. Until then, be kind to each other. See you soon. Bye-bye.